All right, I'm back. I had to kick Marshall out. There will be no more combat hour with him. He just wasn't pulling his weight, you know. No, I'm just kidding. We just decided that I'm just going to do it by myself this week, just because of the COVID-19. It's a sad tragedy in the world right now. But it hopefully, I do believe by, I'd say July, it'd be all controlled for the most part. I think I personally believe it's a little bit out of hand than people think. All I can say is thank God I work for a company that delivers toilet paper. So if you need that, just hit me up, send you that toilet paper. But I will recap the fights this week. And I actually enjoyed this card. I didn't really notice the crowd not being there either, because with the trainers and stuff being on the sidelines, you couldn't really tell that much. It looked like there were some people there. So it wasn't fully empty. You had families and stuff like that. So there was a little bit of little bit of noise. It wasn't as quiet as I thought it was gonna be. It's not like you'd be going to an NBA game and hearing screeching across the floor. But my favorite fight of the night was on the prelims. Sorry about that. And it was definitely Marino versus Formiga. And I'm a big Marino fan. I do believe he had a great performance. From what I was reading, a lot of people were giving Formiga the fight. Like ShareDog and other websites I was checking out. I had Marino actually winning all 3 rounds, which I think he won 30-27 on one card. And then, if I'm not standing corrected, I think it was a split decision, but might have been unanimous. But I did have Marino winning quite great, actually. Formiga just tried to hold on when he could. He was getting outstruck. I even think that Marino pretty much out-grappled him for the most part. I mean, Formiga had his moments, but I think for the most part, Marino just looked amazing. If anything made sense, I was thinking of a rematch with Joseph Benavidez and going forward, but now I think that Marino should get the next title shot, and it just makes more sense. Let Benavidez fight someone again, maybe take a fight at bantamweight. He's been there before. Just get a win before challenging for the 5th time for the title, maybe the 3rd. I'm not quite sure, but I really am a big fan of the Marino. Just entertaining fighter. He's definitely brought some life to the flyweight division. Love fighting him, and I would check him out anytime. Next I want to talk about is Walker versus Kreedov. Wow, as Walker fell off. He said he was in a post fight that he just got grinded out. That's what it came down to. Me and Marshall called it that I wouldn't say he's a hype. Yeah, he's a hype train. He just got exposed his last fight with the right. He can't take a punch that well, or a right hand. And now he's getting out grappled. I think he's just one of those guys that just he looked great and then he just got exposed. They'll probably feed him someone out of the top 15 now, because he was ranked 10, fought to 12. I mean, maybe give him like well, Nog's gonna retire. I think give him Shogun Hua maybe next. Get him a good win if you really want to push him forward, depending on the outcome of Nog versus Shogun. But something like that would be good. Maybe Paul Craig, who just had a draw with Shogun, would be a good fight for him. Someone just out of the top 15 that he could win. Even like an Ed Herman would be fun for the light heavyweight division. But he definitely has some work he has some things to work on. I know he moved to Firas Zahabi here in Canada, shout out, and he's looking good. So down there they say, but I mean, he showed some heart. I can't hate on Atoli. If you know me by now, I'm not a Walker fan. I can't say I love the guy. I think he's a little bit overrated, just because everyone's like, he was at one point where like he might beat John Jones. I did not fall for it, but that's life. The next fight we'll talk about is Moicano versus Demir. I'm not going to say Demir's last name because I can't really pronounce it. Marshall's not obviously here to help me with that. Yeah, it was quick. All I can say is he put him in a rear naked choke pretty damn quickly. I think it was under a minute. Looking good. He called out Paul Felder, saying he's the 7th ranked featherweight. Paul Felder's the 7th ranked lightweight. Well, guess what? That's a little boy league, so you get pushed back. No, I think like someone out, maybe the top 15 guy at lightweight, or maybe someone like Jim Miller, Scott Holtzman, who just beat Jim Miller, would be a great fight for Moicano. Let's build him up before he gets stopped again. I mean, the guy's young, has potential. I think he was fed to the dogs, like quick per se. I mean, he beat Stevens, and then he fought Zombie and Aldo, which was under 30 years old. Fighting those two guys, like, come on here, give him the man brain damage. But he got a win. He looked good. Let's just see. I don't think Paul Felder would be good for his brain at this moment, but we'll see. But yeah, I like the Scott Holtzman fight for that one. All right, and then we have in the co-main, we had Damian Maia. I honestly thought he was going to retire after this fight, but he said he has one more fight in him. And yes, I am downtown currently. I took my mom to the doctor, so just waiting for her to get out of her appointment. Thought it was perfect time. I'm sitting here anyway. Got to stay away from the people. You know what I mean? So where was I at? All right, Burns and Maia. I definitely thought this was going to be his last fight, but he says he's going to have one more. I mean, he looked great in the first round. Or did it end in the first round? Okay, I might be wrong here. For some reason, I think it did. It did end in the first round. Yeah, not the end of the first round. Sorry. He looked great. He was out grappling him. He's doing his Maia, the takedowns. Maia likes to. He's not a big striker, but he uses his striking to push guys against the fence, where he will go for the takedown as soon as they are backed against the fence, because he likes to take down from the fence compared to not against the fence. And he did that well, but then he got up. Gilbert Burns fought off great, and hit him with the right hand. Boom, boom. He put his hands up because he's a big fan of mine. Didn't want to hit him anymore, but and then did the fastest ground and pound I think I've ever seen since Mir versus Brock Lesnar. Boom, 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 boom. Like, I've never seen something like that. It was kind of odd. But it's a great win for Gilbert Burns, being a top 4 or top 5 ranked welterweight. Definitely put a stamp on Maia's career that, yeah, take a fight and you're done now. He was on a 3-fight win streak, and now he needs to, he kind of just says he's not going to go for another run anymore now. He's 42. He had a great career. He's probably the best jiu-jitsu guy ever in MMA. He called out Diego Sanchez. I don't understand that fight. I think he's looking for an easy win to get out. He's a lot bigger than Sanchez, especially at welterweight. And I mean, it is what it is. Two legends, not legends, Hall of Famers to a point. I guess they could make it a main event for his farewell. That'd be something nice for Maia. But Burns looks like a beast. It was a really nice shot. I do think there is talks that now he's gonna be in the top 5. It's kind of like a fight announcement, since next week the card's being canceled somewhat. It's going to have a couple fights in the Performance Center, is what I'm hearing. Woodley is still going to fight, but it's either going to be Gilbert Burns or Colby Covington. It'll probably be announced today. And yes, I am doing this on a Monday, and I'm going to release it tonight. So I would rather see the Covington. I mean, I got to say, thank you, coronavirus, for one thing, and that is giving me Colby versus Woodley. I think that Woodley will... I think if Burns takes a fight, which they can build up Colby and Woodley for a bigger payday in the future, more promotion. So I could see them going with Burns, but I think the people would love for kind of a big UFC fight just slammed in there right now. But so I'll make a prediction. If Woodley beats would beat Burns, I think he would probably decision on me as a longer training camp. Well, I guess Burns just got out of training camp, but he might. I'm not too sure how he'd be. I do think he just decision on Russell Gilbert Burns. He's just way more powerful than him. That's what it comes down to. and he'd be more looking for just an easy a win, just to get back in that win column over Gilbert Burns. Where if Kobe fought, I think Kobe would definitely grind out Woodley in a decision. So I think if he fights Burns, he beats Burns. If Woodley fights Kobe, Kobe smashes him and makes the UFC great again. I'm a big Kobe fan. Yeah, off topic. For the main event, we had, if Gilbert Burns doesn't fight, I'll make a prediction that he should be maybe fighting. I don't want to see him fight someone in the top 5 right away. Build him up a bit. It's a pretty hefty division top. Let's give him, honestly, I can't think it's on my head, but let's give him someone still in the top 10, but not top 5 again. Maybe someone with a name. I think give him one more fight and then give him a contender fight. It's just, send in the comments below who you think Gilbert Burns should fight next, if he doesn't fight Woodley. In the main event, Motown Phenom, wow, versus I am having a big brain fart. Charles the Bronx Oliveira. What about that blonde hair, eh? Oh my gosh, wow, that was interesting. Good fight, great fight. I really enjoyed it. I thought Kevin Lee was gonna win, but I guess the Bronx is a problem now, coming into his own at 30 in his prime. He's getting hands. His striking looked amazing. It was striking Kevin Lee. The uppercuts, the kicks, the pressure. He just did everything well. Third round, probably 10 seconds in, caught in a guillotine. That's all she wrote. Kevin Lee taps and continues with the takedown. Well, Kevin, you just made yourself look worse. I honestly believe with Kevin Lee, I think he has one more run in him. I mean, he's only 27, but he's had some tough losses, but he's had great moments and tough losses. I think he needs to go back up to welterweight since moving and fight someone not in the top 15. I think that'd be good. But with Kevin Lee, they need to build him up in main events, I think, but against named people, lightweight and welterweight, and kind of get him a streak going just to build him up, get his confidence back, because the guy has taken his losses now. He doesn't look horrible in all his losses, but like I say, he's only 27. He doesn't really has potential still, I'd say. I mean, there's 3 fighters that come to mind when I think of potential world champions in the future. I'd still say Darren Till, Kevin Lee, still have two are the top guys that I think are going to win titles in the future. That's just my prediction. But I don't know. It sucks. He went for he was trying to. It just made him look bad when he tapped out and then went for the takedown. But it is what it is. Yeah, I just don't know what to say. Give him someone out of the top 15. I think a fight with him at welterweight against Diego Sanchez would be the best instead of Damian Maia fighting him. I think a fight like that, get him a name brand person. Give him Jim Miller, Diego Sanchez. Fights he can win that will boost him up more and give him that confidence. Because this is definitely a big hit to him. Now, the Bronx, though, if anyone's going to beat or have a chance of beating someone like Khabib or Tony Ferguson, the guy is obviously living up to it, man. Like, he has great submissions. I think he was too small at featherweight. Didn't live up to the hype. Besides his Felder fight, I mean, he's been great at welterweight. He's on lightweight. Big, strong submissions. Like, he could catch Khabib in one of those submissions. It's not impossible to think now. And I think that's something that we'll have to see in the future. I mean, I definitely want to see him fight someone in the top 5, so let's see who they give him. I'm not too sure. But yeah. I think that's it for this week. I mean, I just wanted to give you a little bit of episode. I mean, Marshall just he's on lockdown right now. What else could I say? The guy's he's squirming in his boots. He's shaking. He's all shook up. He's scared. I'm out here. I'm out downtown. I'm healthy. I'm breathing. I'm saying screw you to the coronavirus. I'm going to go get myself a Tim Hortons coffee that I don't know how to use the Rope the Rim app. This is the stupidest thing ever. So please, guys, if anyone knows how to use this app, I want a coffee, don't know how to redeem this thing. I made a tweet. Please, someone show me how to redeem this damn coffee. The people at the store don't even know how. But just stay healthy, guys. Take your vitamins. Just do what's ever going to make you healthier by, like, even like some exercise at the house, strengthen your immune system. I mean, and shout out to all the countries that are going through worse than us. I know I'm here in Canada. We have great medical care, and we take it for granted in this country sometimes. And that's the difference between places like other countries, per se. And if there's, all I'm doing is I'm gonna pray for everyone that's sick, and I promise, like, it will pass. So and it'll get better. That's just I have faith in that. So all right, shout out to everyone watching our show. Thank you. Sorry I kind of blabbered on a bit. I just had to give you something this week, and I really appreciate all your support. And it's been a fun 2 years doing this, so thank you.